The renowned scholar Runoko Rashidi is stitching together the African presence in Afui region. And he's starting with Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize. And on that tour, his, his group consists of the President General of the UNIA.
Okay.
And the final leg of that tour is in Belize on the 27th of June. And they will be doing a public presentation at the Gateway Youth Center. I'm enjoying the fact that finally we're going to get the President General of the UNIA and the scholar, where we can ask a lot of questions about the influence of Garveyism in our own particular countries, Mexico, Guatemala, Belize. And I am even more energized that they've selected this particular geographic area to start this reflection on the African presence.
Okay. Will there be books for sale? What can the people look forward to?
Man, it's a lot of information, especially if you choose to gain educationally from the information that will be available and the questions that you can ask. Because we have a lot of questions about Garveyism in Belize. Nobody speaks about the founding of the UNIA in Belize by Samuel Alfred Haynes and his colleagues, the first seed that was planted in the 1920s. But the UNIA's history in Belize, I could say, is the grandfather of Belizean political movement. And we have not seen or heard how it's connected. So maybe we can be graced with some questions from the people on that day, and maybe we can touch it. Get some of the names of the people who have contributed, participated in this effort. Because we have to begin to put Belize's history in context.
Will any efforts be made to launch a platform whereby the Liberty Hall can be repaired or reconstructed?
Well, there's a plan for a new Liberty Hall. We already have a drawing of a new Liberty Hall that is supposed to be built on one of the properties that was left for African redemption in Belize by Isaiah Marta. The Liberty Hall on Barrack Road, number 86 Barrack Road, I believe is a testimony to Marcus Garvey's work in our region, and I believe should be repaired to look exactly like it was in the 1920s. That is our effort at this time. We have been on several short lists for the niche organization and the cultural organization, since Liberty Hall is an iconic building, one, and it's a historic reference that must be respected but has not been repaired to date. We have heard that there are monies to do this, but we have not seen it here at the Liberty Hall as yet.
So what should the young people understand in terms of the significance of Liberty Hall? Because I remember in lessons you've done before, you've said, and presentations you've done before, you've said that's where most Curtis High started, what is now Excelsior, where most of the political
organizations and meetings,
PUP, UDP, yes, NIP, right, started, even UBAD.
Right.
So
UBAD is the last of the political organizations that used the Liberty Hall as a center point in 1969. Now, Liberty Hall is such an important piece of our record that I believe that something has to be done. And if it is in my lifetime, it would be beautiful if that place was redeveloped to look like it used to be and to function like it used to be. Since we had health contests there, we had dancing contests, we had educational programs, we had churches, we had what would you say?
One funeral home.
Yes, at one point
boxing,
we had a funeral home, we had boxing,
carpentry.
So many different things there. It was an apprenticeship. It's a place where many different types of apprenticeships happened. I got my woodwork classes there. You know? And I'm telling you about 1968, 69, and even before.
But I want to take you back to some of the earlier days when you used to talk up to me about the large youth organizations and movement in Belize with Friendship Boys School and Boys Association and
Friendship Youth
Friendship Youth Association.
FYA.
And then some of the others were that you could remember.
Friendship Youth, Stafford Youth Center. Every community, when I was a young boy, had youth centers. And youth centers was a central focus of youth development in Belize. We had marching bands, we had music classes, we had remedial educational programs.